What was that mindset shift that you really talk about and heavily kind of lean people into that success even more?
And so that mindset shift is realizing that, okay, I may not like going to the gym right now. I don't want to go to the gym. You don't necessarily have to go into the gym and be a power lifter to get in shape. Okay. There's other things that you can do to keep your body active and moving. And that's what the Center Fit program is about. It's about identifying with what personality type that you are, what you like to do, and custom a program that fits a fitness into your lifestyle so that you can live for the rest of your life and keep going. And it also is about changing your mindset. It's about rewiring that brain.
Welcome to the podcast. Nathan Newberry here, your host. I have John Cenerazzo here joining us here on the podcast. Super pumped for him to be able to share his story and get some insights about being, a person that's lifting weights, that's eating healthy, that's an inspiring person online. He's working on his book. He is a well-known person in this space. You guys are going to be able to connect with him. Before we jump into his story, I want to give you a gift down below in the show notes. There's a training that I want to give you about how to build a brand. So many people struggle with how to grow. They need to know how to do ads. They need to know how to use AI, how to build sales, do sales right, and then build sales teams and media teams. And so I go through all of that in this whole training down below. I want to give that to you as a free gift. So go check that out. It's my gift to you. Jumping right into it, John. What is high performance? What does that look like? What is that definition? What does that look like in your life?
Well, thank you for having me, Nathan. So high performance to me is someone that goes above and beyond the stereotypical norm. Like, okay, you can go into the gym and you can do 4 sets, 10 reps each set. A high performance is pushing yourself that extra set, that extra rep. It's pushing yourself to be the best that you can possibly be.
I love that. I love it. Go one more. Go focus on the dreams. Make it happen and pushing beyond that. Now talk to us a little bit about what you do, John. I know I gave a reference to it at the very beginning, but explain a little bit how you serve people.
So I am a online fitness coach, and I help men and women that are 35 older to either get their younger physique back or to get in shape. And I do this through a custom program that I designed specifically to help you lose weight, cut fat, and gain lean muscle, and also to change your mindset, to help you to start thinking more clearly, more positively, and to think highly about yourself.
I think a mind is so important. I mean, if we looked at like some wealthy family, their mindset is like, as a kid going into a wealthy mindset is like, this is just abundance and this is how I need to create, right? If you have a family that's fit and healthy, it's like, this is just the normal part of it. For people that struggle with fitness, with their mindset of success and business and life, more often than not, it has to be crafted and like formed. Bring us back to the very beginning though, John. Like when you first started this way back when you had said 15 years old, you were trying to figure out how to get jacked and started with a lot of push-ups. Like tell us why you started out with this journey here at 15 and then, then you got back into it later too. And with that transformation, jumping into it, talk to us a little bit about that story of little John.
So my journey in the fitness wasn't really a glamorous one. I really started when I was 15, but it really came about because I was just tired of being bullied. I wasn't a big kid, and so I was picked on in school. I wasn't a popular kid. Um, and through push-ups and sit-ups and fitness, it gave me a sense of confidence. It was like, okay, you know what? If these guys are going to pick on me and push me around, well, I'm gonna make it harder for them. So I started at 15 and really just like went crazy. I was doing push-ups, lifting weights, and that transitioned into me playing football, which on the football team, I had to step it up a notch. I'm 5'9". I was like 150 in high school. And so the football team, they're all 6 foot plus. And so I really had to step it up and to really be able to hold my own on the team.
Yeah, man. Well, and so that just inspired you then to just start lifting weights and doing push-ups or something. Was this like in your room, or you had some like weights, or did you go to the gym, or did you have an older brother or an uncle or something that pointed you into like lifting? How did you get into like knowing how to lift weights and really kind of define the fitness that you have in the physique?
So I've always been a fan of uh, the movies, the Arnold Schwarzenegger, the old school '90s action movies, '80s action movies,
Yeah.
and I really was very observant. So I would go into the gym. So I started at 15. I was at my house with had some weights, did push-ups and some sit-ups, and then that morphed into me going into the gym. And then going to the gym, I learned some exercises, and then I learned a little bit more. And this was before the internet was out, because we're talking, this is back in like 1995. So there was a lot of books that I read to see how to do the exercises, or just watching uh, different movies to see how they did their movements.
Hmm.
But yeah, within in high school, what I did was actually, you mentioned like high performance. What I had to do to actually keep myself up to par is I would go in football. We have what's called double sessions. So you go in the morning from 7 till 11, and then you have a break from like 11 until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then you come back and then you do another session until about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. Well, in between those sessions, I would go to the gym, and I would be at the gym. So I'd go to do like a whole workout in the morning, go to the gym, work out for 2 hours, come back and do another workout. And I did that for an entire summer. And that really transformed like everything. That's when I really grew.
Yeah, man. And then what happened in between that? Like after you're working out, like did you lose that physique and then you got back into it recently? Tell us about that a little bit.
So I've always had, I was never like in the gym and kept going. So it was like brief stints. And so I had a stint when I was in high school. And then around the time of my senior year, it was like, okay, I'm going to take a break and I'm going to see what else is out there. And I decided to work. And I was 18, 19 at the time. And then I got introduced to the party scene, and the party scene and going to the gym, it doesn't really mix. So the whole lifting thing kind of fell off. But it was kind of put to the back burner, but it never went out away completely. And then I picked it up again in my mid 20s, and then I pushed it to the limit in my mid 20s into my 30s, and then my early 30s, that's when it went to the back burner again. And it went to the back burner again because I was like, okay, I got pushed it to this limit. It just so happens I just moved to uh, New Orleans, Louisiana. And New Orleans, Louisiana, if you're not familiar, is a party city. It's specifically for drinking and eating, and just you can go out and you can drink 24/7. And I just put discipline to the side, and I was like, okay, I've worked out hard and I'm going to see what happens going down this pleasure path. So I chased pleasure for like 4.5 years, and I basically went down, lost my gains. But then one day I woke up and I looked in the mirror, and I didn't like what I saw. I didn't like what I saw. And I said, you know what? I'm done with this. And I quit drinking, and I got back into the gym, and I totally began to rewire my mind.
Hmm.
And being in New Orleans, I was like, okay, I'm putting the booze to the side, and I'm going to start meditating. I'm going to start getting up at a certain time and really hitting the gym hard, and start to climb my way back. And that was when I was 41. And it took me a good 2 years till I got to a point where I could start to see the results to come back. But now at 44, I finally got to a point I was like, okay, I'm starting to see some real progress again.
Was it harder though to do that now compared to, before when you're in your 20s?
It was physically, I didn't see the results as quickly because when you're
Mm.
in your 20s, you have a higher testosterone level in your body. So you'll go to the gym and you'll just blow up a little bit quicker. And whereas when you're in your 40s, you don't have those levels. You have to adjust for that, and you have to make sure you're eating the right foods. You have to make sure you're getting the right amount of sleep, and you have to really push yourself harder in the gym.
Hmm.
You have
Is that
to,
is that why you're helping more of people that are 35 years old and up? Is just trying to help people specifically to because of that transformation you've had to go through?
yeah. So it's to really show, it's to show people what's possible. Because if I
Yeah.
can do it at 41, starting at 41, and rebuild myself to what you see on my Instagram page, then anyone out there can either start from where they are, or if maybe a lot of guys are like this, they played football in high school or in college, and then they get married, and then just life happens. And
Right.
they're working a job, they go out, they have fun on the weekends, and they grew dad bod. And instead of, they think that, okay, I wish I could get back into shape, or they have these excuses because they think, oh, if I was only younger. Well, I would
Hmm.
like to show you that you can do it. It's possible. It's just a matter of switching the mindset and be willing to put in the work and to want the change.
Yeah, talk about that mindset shift that you had to take to make that happen. Because so oftentimes it's like you had that like you know like a Napoleon Dynamite reality with a was it Uncle Ron was his name, or he's like, I could throw the football over these mountains. It's like back in the day he's like living in the past, and like you're talking about, it's like so oftentimes it's like what ifs or build excuses like I'm just too busy, or I don't have enough time. It's like you can make time and prioritize those things. And what was that mindset shift that you really talk about and heavily kind of lean people into that success even more?
Yeah. So just like you said, it's, we make up excuses in our mind, and it's to keep us comfortable.
Mm,
And excuses are lies. And if you go through the laundry list of excuses that you make from doing the things that are good for you, um, and you actually boil them down, they're all lies. Nothing is, it's not true. Like, you can do it. It's just the fact that you really don't want to do it.
yeah.
So the mindset shift is about really realizing, okay, if you want to live a happier life, because one of the things that I didn't speak about was, when I wasn't going to the gym and I was just basically letting myself go, I wasn't happy, and I
Right.
was fell into a deep depression, and I woke up, I wasn't happy, and I was just miserable. And when I climbed my way out of that, I realized, like, wow, there's a lot of people out there that are probably feeling like, all right, I don't know why I feel this way. It's because your body, your soul deep inside is saying, it knows that you can do better. And
Hmm.
so that mindset shift is realizing that, okay, I may not like going to the gym right now. I don't want to go to the gym. You don't necessarily have to go into the gym and be a power lifter to get in shape. Okay. There's other things that you can do to keep your body active and moving. And that's what the Center Fit program is about. It's about identifying with what personality type that you are, what you like to do, and custom a program that fits a fitness into your lifestyle so that you can live for the rest of your life and keep going.
Yeah.
And it also is about changing your mindset. It's about rewiring that brain and realizing that those negative thoughts, that the thoughts that you think are things, everything around us was once a thought. Everything we use, this computer, your clothes, like your car, somebody thought of that, and they took the action and built it and made it into a physical reality. And
Hmm.
so if you can think about it, and like you think, okay, I want to have a better body, I want to have a six pack, I want to take off my shirt, and I want to be confident, I want to have energy, that's all possible. And now it's a matter of just peeling away the layers and getting to work and having someone to guide you there and to keep you on track when your mind wants to tell you, you know what, this is too much work and it's too much pain, to keep you going.
I found personally for myself, and maybe people can relate to this that are listening to you, everything that's good for you is hard. And everything that's like easy and quick or bad for you, you think of like the fast food, right? It's like a quick fix, right? The things that are good for you, of like taking time to have a relationship with your wife and kids, or having, time to set aside and prioritize your health, and like the even the food you have to eat, right? It's like, do I do pop into like a Costco freezer? Do I go stop at, a place? Do I go into a restaurant, or do I take the time and like eat eat healthy, meal prep? And it's just like preparation that equates to your goals equals the success, right? And it's priming, like you're saying, like in your mind. I know for me, I have to journal quite a bit because I can get self-doubt. I can get, negative ideas pretty quickly, or I don't feel grateful, for the things, because it's just like you're bombarded with so many things that are coming your way, that the weight of the world seems like that's weighing on you. And so oftentimes, I love that you're bringing this up, John. It's like the mindset is there. And it's like we all want to do better and be better. And it just takes deliberate action. And health is like, talk about this too, John, because like it's the cornerstone that helps the mind and body and the action with every area of your life, right? I think it's such a key aspect that just like pumps up the dopamine, helps you get primed, get going for the day. It puts you in a different state of mind altogether. What's been your experience so far with like helping people with this, and even yourself, of like once they get the motion of their fitness and health in line, then other aspects of their life gets aligned as well?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, to touch back, you mentioned gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I adopted into my life was a gratitude journal. So every morning before I start my day, I start my day 2 hours before I have to be at the gym, because I have a gratitude journal. I meditate. I drink lemon water, and then I journal, and then I go to the gym. And what this is doing is it's priming my mind and setting the pace for the day, saying that
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to control the day. I'm not going to rush into go and let the day determine how I feel. Like this is how I'm going to do, and I set my pace. The gratitude journal, what that does is it's going to allow you to realize that there's a lot that you need to be grateful for in your life. Yes, you may not have everything that you want, but I guarantee that you have everything that you need, because you're still here. And
Yeah.
if you woke up another day, our creator God isn't through with you. So
Mm-hmm.
it's still game on. And so that gratitude journal really puts things in perspective. And to touch on the fitness side and what it does for your mind as well, is when you have a fitness routine that you do on a daily basis, not only does it give you the feel good chemicals, the dopamine, the endorphins, it makes you feel really good. At first, when you go to do it, it's hard work. You might not be looking forward to it. You train your brain just to react and to do it, and then afterwards you get a reward. You get that dopamine release, that endorphins. But it's helping you feel good, because you know deep inside that you did something positive for your body, and it clears up your mind. And you'll notice that when you go to the gym in the morning and then you go out and then you start your day, you're going to think clearer. You're going to
Mm-hmm.
feel as though you just accomplished something, and it's almost like you have a leg up on everybody else in the world. And that's really important with in business and with anything that you do, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk to us about some simple things that people can do. Like give us some, easy steps, easy tactics. If someone's not doing it, or they're in a funk right now and they know they need to get back to the gym and eat healthy and do what's right, what's some easy things that they can do to really kind of build that momentum?
So something that's really easy is to, and this is going to sound as simple as it sounds, is just to get up early. Okay. Set your alarm and get up early. So if you need to be at work at 8 o'clock, set your alarm for 6 o'clock. Get up, pace your day, go for a run. You can go for a run. It's completely free. Go around the block. If you have a treadmill, go run on the treadmill. Get your blood flowing. You can do some push-ups in the house. Get your blood flowing through your upper body. Do some sit-ups. But really, the most simple thing that you can do is start to eat healthier. And it's foods that have nutrients. It's eating single ingredient foods that are nutrient dense, that where you can get your vitamins. All too often today, we want to eat on the go. We want Chick-fil-A. We want fast food. Well, all of those foods don't have the nutrients your body needs, and they're really hard to digest. And so, if you eat simple foods throughout your day, you're going to notice a change in your mood and your attitude, and your energy levels are going to completely switch.
Yeah. I love that, John. How can people follow you and connect with you further, brother?
So my IG is at John Cenerazzo. And you can DM me, follow me, and I'll reach out to you there.
Awesome. I'll put those links down in the show notes. Thanks again for being on the show, guys. Just as a quick reminder, it's like, get the workout on, prime your mind with, gratefulness each day, because we're alive and breathing. We're not, 6 feet underground, so you have breath from our Creator that's given to you today to listen to this, be motivated, be clear of be healthy, eat healthy, get going, be a pro, get that primed mind that needs to happen. John, thanks so much for being on the show and really kind of giving us some clarity and understanding of that. If you haven't got the show notes down below, connect with John further. He's a great guy. You'll want to connect with him to really kind of see what they can do to really kind of help you be able to get that program that he has. And then if you need some help with online branding, to be that authority, that leader that you're wanting, and you need help with sales, marketing, AI, ads, I'm your guy. Check out that show note gift down below, and we will see you on the next episode.